Welcome to the final part of Traveling series. Today we focus not on miles you traveled, rather the meaning of that travel. We will discuss the art of return, go, learn, come home, serve. Small things but more depth. After a while, the stamps in your passport stop being trophies. They become teachers. You notice it at home first. You stand in your own kitchen and the light feels different. Bread is still bread, but now it carries stories, hands, fields, ovens. Travel doesn't create a new you overnight. It sands your edges. It adds tools to your pockets. It grows patience in rings, like a tree. Today's episode has 4 movements. First, how the road quietly rewires your mind, your manners, your sense of we. Second, friendly warnings from the elders, voices that keep your freedom clean. Third, a pocket-sized curriculum for traveling well and for living well at home. Finally, a closing doorway, a way to measure whether your journey is blessing the place you started from. Simple, human, enough. How travel changes you, for real. You become someone who can hold 2 truths at once. You can love your street and admire the way another street is swept. You can defend what matters to you without making another way small. The mind loosens in the right places, not mushy, flexible. You've seen many workable worlds. You stop calling your local habits nature. You stop mistaking comfort for truth. Arguments soften. Curiosity warms the room. You also get handier with life. Not just good at directions, good at reading moods, seasons, signals. The way a shopkeeper says maybe and means no. The way clouds stack before the bus breaks down. The way a table tells you its rules before anyone does. You learn to improvise without panic. If the plan falls apart, you build a smaller plan. If the door is closed, you try the courtyard. If the words won't come, you smile and draw a map on your palm. It isn't magic, it's practice. The road trains you until calm feels normal. Your sense of we stretches. At first, it's you and your people. Then it's you and the baker who taught you the word for still warm. Then it's you and the bus driver who waited 10 seconds for the old man to sit. Then it's you and the fisherman who waved good morning 3 days in a row and finally yelled your name wrong with love. The circle widens. You don't become a citizen of nowhere. You become a citizen of more places, because you've learned how to arrive gently and leave gratefully. There are risks. The road can tempt you with glitter, more stamps, more stories, more photos, less depth. You can chase novelty like sugar. You can turn people into scenery. We all do this sometimes. The cure isn't shame, it's slowness. Stay longer than planned, learn a name and use it, help clean up after the meal, give the place a chance to change you. Here's a gentle test of growth. After many countries, can you describe your home without contempt? Can you speak about what frustrates you with tenderness, like a stubborn uncle you still love? Travel has worked on you if it sends you back kinder, more patient with your neighborhood, more present at your family table, more generous with the tired cashier at 10 p.m. The point was never to escape, it was to bring more sky back with you. Travel also rearranges your luck muscles. You get good at saying a clean yes and a kind no. You learn which risks are brave and which are silly. You carry small gifts because you've seen how tiny offerings open big doors. You remember names. You show up with rhythm until the morning adopts you. Opportunities find people like that. Not because they're special, because they're findable. What about the person who never leaves? Staying put can shape a beautiful soul. It grows depth, craft, place literacy, the art of reading one patch of earth like a book. A rooted life can be wide in a different way. You can learn every plant on your street, the stories in every window, the week the light turns honey in your kitchen. That's wisdom too. If you travel a lot, honor that wisdom. Let it mentor you in the art of return. The ideal is a rhythm. Go, learn, return, serve. Not a slogan, a heartbeat. You leave to be taught. You come home to pour it out. Host travelers the way you were hosted. Volunteer the skill you picked up in someone else's workshop. Tell better stories at dinner. Stories that make everyone at the table feel larger than their week. Shed your judgments before embarking on the journey. The road is generous, but elders whisper a few warnings. Not to scare you, to keep your freedom clean. A stoic points at the horizon. You can change the sky and keep the same storm. New streets won't fix old judgments. If you carry envy, it sits beside you on every bus. If you carry impatience, it shouts in every line. The cure isn't more distance, it's better seeing. Notice the thought that tightens your chest. Name it, soften it. Try again, pack lighter inside. A Confucian elder seats you at a family table where the rice steams and chairs wobble kindly. Duty isn't a chain, they smile. It's the string of a kite. Travel pulls you higher because something at home holds you. Parents, children, neighbors who know your footsteps. Leave well, call back, return for birthdays and burials. Keep one tradition alive even when far. Roots and wings in one body. An ascetic watches the glitter and shakes their head gently. The road can shrink your cravings or multiply them. More views, more gear, more lists, more proof you lived. Be careful. Don't become a collector of moments you never fully inhabited. Try a small fast now and then, not only from food, from acquiring, from bragging. Sit in a courtyard with nothing to post and see if the quiet will have you. If you feel the itch to buy, give instead. Your seat, your time, your listening. Put these together and the lesson is simple. Travel should deepen responsibility, not dissolve it. Make you a better daughter, son, neighbor, friend. Sharpen gratitude for the people who kept you while you were gone. Leave no wake of small harms, unpaid kindnesses, broken promises, places used like props. Measure a trip not only by the stories you brought back, but by the gentleness you left behind. Before sleep in a new room, ask 3 soft questions. Did I change one judgment today? Did I keep one promise? Did I want a little less and love a little more? If the answers tilt in the right direction, you're not just moving, you're maturing. Your pocket guide to travel that changes you. Let's keep this human. A small curriculum you can carry anywhere. Not rules, rhythms. Begin before the door. Sit with a cup and ask the honest question. Why am I going? Learning, service, pilgrimage, apprenticeship. A clean why is a compass. It won't keep storms away, but it will stop you from sailing in circles. Write it on a scrap of paper. Tuck it in your passport. Touch it when the day gets noisy. Skim the manners of the places you'll visit, not a deep dive. The first layer of respect. How are elders greeted? What's the custom with shoes, doorways, shared meals? Is there a market day that asks for quiet or a festival that asks for joy? People feel the difference between a guest and a consumer. Aim to be a guest. Choose one small thing to give up so the road has room to work. Maybe a piece of gear you don't need. Maybe the habit of checking your phone every 7 minutes. Maybe the urge to control every minute. A tiny sacrifice creates space, and space is where wonder lands. Travel with a soft morning. Wake a little early. Step outside before the scroll begins. Notice one color the city uses that yours doesn't. Say a real good morning to the person sweeping the street. Let surprise find you first. Treat thresholds like teachers. A bridge, a gate, a kitchen door. Pause for a breath. Feel your foot cross from one rule book to another. Ask, what would good look like in this room? Not perfect, just good. Maybe it's taking the back seat. Maybe it's speaking softly. Maybe it's bargaining with confidence, because respect is lively here. You won't always guess right. The pause is respect. Let language be your little raft. 5 phrases. Hello, please, thank you, I'm sorry, may I? Learn them before you land. Use them with courage. Faces change when you try. You won't be perfect. You will be forgiven. Give your day one generous meal with someone outside your bubble. Share a table in a crowded stall. Sit with your shoulders relaxed. Ask about their craft, their day, the right way to eat what's in front of you. Offer a small gift if it feels natural. Gifts are door handles. They turn a moment into a hello. Keep a pocket notebook. At dusk, write 3 lines. What startled me, what helped me, who I thanked. No essays, just footprints before the wind erases them. Over time, you'll see kindness grow calluses in the right places, patience learn to breathe. Say yes now and then on purpose, not to danger, never to danger, to curiosity. A courtyard tea, a temple step at sunset. Half of these yeses will be ordinary. 1 or 2 will bend your map. That ratio is perfect. Be tender to your future self. Buy water before you're parched. Carry a tiny first aid kit and the phone number of someone who would answer at 3 a.m. Screenshot the map. Prudence is tenderness toward tomorrow. When plans wobble, shrink the plan. The big museum becomes the bakery and the park bench. The perfect sunset spot becomes any stairwell with a view, not defeat, a different success. The road loves humble persistence. Practice a gentle fast. Not necessarily from food, from bragging, from buying, from reacting too quickly. Give yourself an hour where you take nothing and prove nothing. Sit in a plaza and let the place pass through you. The soul catches up in these pauses. On tired days, lower the bar kindly. Pick one good act and let it be enough. Return a smile. Learn a name and use it. Clean up the table even if no one is watching. Don't grade the day by how much you did. Grade it by whether you kept your heart within reach. Count the invisible helpers. The carpenter who built the chair. The farmer who picked the onions. The aunt who taught the cook that final pinch. Gratitude turns scenery into community. Come home well. Don't tumble in like a suitcase. Land like a person who has been taught. Keep the threshold pause before hard conversations. Tell stories that make your people feel larger, not smaller. Host travelers the way you were hosted. Fix something in your neighborhood with a skill you picked up on the road. Let your trip pay rent where you live. After a week back, ask 2 soft questions. What belief changed? What belief deepened? Write 1 sentence for each. Put them on the fridge. Let them guide your next season. Growth is not only finding new truths, it is falling more faithfully in love with the ones that held you when you were lost. If you like a day shape you can repeat anywhere, try this. A calm morning before screens. A threshold breath whenever you cross into a new room, 1 shared table, a small gift ready for the right hands, 3 lines at dusk, a blessing for 1 face you met. Simple, portable, enough. Come back different. We've walked through rooms rather than miles. Ideas turned into rhythms, fresh eyes, real encounters, honest risk, small rituals. If you've been listening with your whole self, you can probably feel a knot loosening. Good. I'll leave you at a doorway, nothing grand. Just a handle warm from other hands. On one side, the life you know, the good plates, the people who can read your size, the little worries that wear your name. On the other side, the wider world, which isn't waiting with a parade, but with a chair. A chair you haven't sat in yet, a cup you haven't lifted, a story that doesn't need you, but will welcome you if you come gently. Travel, done with care, isn't about becoming impressive. It's about becoming more human, softer where you were brittle, clearer where you were cloudy, braver in the ways that matter, telling the truth kindly, keeping promises, saying I don't know without shrinking. The road doesn't hand you a new identity like a costume. It sands and rinses and sands again until the shape underneath can feel air. You will still be you. You will still love your coffee the way you love it, and your songs the way you sing them, off-key in the kitchen when no one's awake. But the edges shift. You greet mornings slower. You step through doorways with a breath. You see hands everywhere, hands behind bread, behind timetables, behind small mercies that carried you when maps failed. Gratitude stops being a mood. It becomes a way to pay attention. The world won't always be kind back. There will be rain when you needed sun, lines that don't move, rules that make no sense, nights when the bed is loud with unfamiliar creaks. You will feel foolish. You will be wrong. You will turn the wrong way out of a station and end up at a fence talking to a goat who doesn't care about your plans. It's all right. The life you want isn't behind perfect days. It's on the other side of faithful ones. If you're waiting for a sign that says go, I can't stamp your passport, but I can offer a sentence to fold into your pocket. Let me be teachable, and let me make room. Say it at the airport, at the bus stop, in your kitchen, on a temple step, in a doorway where you're not sure if you're welcome yet. It will change your posture. Posture is half the journey. When you return, and you will return even if it's across town, you'll know the trip worked by the way you set the table. Do you make room for one more without a sigh? Do you tell your stories so your people feel larger, not smaller? Do you bring back a rhythm that helps the house breathe? Travel isn't finished until it blesses the place you came from. Maybe you can't leave right now. That's okay. Thresholds live close. There's a market you've never entered because the signs made you shy. A neighbor whose hello you've dodged for a year. A park at dawn that belongs to old men and birds and could belong to you too if you arrived quietly with a thermos and a patient face. Crossing starts where you stand, and if you can go small and sincere. Don't measure worth by miles or likes. Measure it by the size of the we you carry back, by the gentleness you leave behind in places that will forget your name but remember your manners, by the single belief you let the road soften and the single belief you let it deepen. Close the door gently now, or open it. Either way, carry more sky than you started with. That's the whole secret. If this journey opened a window for you, tap subscribe and let's keep walking together.